This is our last workshop this month, so I would like to do some recap for the last two workshops. We have explored AI literacy with academic librarians and provided them some essential information and skills to help them to develop their own AI education programs. In today's session, we will shift the focus and dive into a specific AI solution called SCiNiTO to see how it can really enhance the research workflow for library users and the researchers. Some housekeeping rules I have to mention here. Due to the size of webinar, we have to mute everyone. However, we will have these Q&A sessions at the bottom of the, on your right hand of the bottom. I can see you can see that. And please feel free to drop your question there. I will try my best to cover all of them at the end of the workshop. Please take a quick look at the outline of the presentation today. I would like to say this is not just another tech demo. It's about real pain, real problems, and how we found real solutions in SCiNiTO. So I will use examples of real research question and queries and also some published articles for the demo part. We can get started. I believe most of our audience today are researchers or librarians themselves. Like other field or industry, we all have a goal to achieve in our career path, right? Maybe it is about making a breakthrough in the research field. Maybe it's about getting that tenure professor position in your university or institute. But in academia, we all need to go through the process of research and somehow get your work published. By working with researchers in knowledge management field for over decades, these challenges you see on the screen have been identified in the workflow. So as the researchers, you're facing, scattered database. You need to spend a lot of time to filter and find the most relevant articles in your field. And, you're like running on the treadmill all the time to keep up with the latest research landscape and find out the trends. Even you found something interesting through the abstracts, but sometimes you find out your library do not have subscription, so you have to counting on the interlibrary loans, and not to mention that like so many papers you need to read to trying to extract those key insights from those papers. And then you have to write your literature reviews, and sometimes you need looking for a second, third author to co-work on specific projects, and then come to the manuscript draft parts. Sometimes language is a barrier, and sometimes blank page anxiety, and even that find where to publish. So most of the researchers know if is even the especially the juniors, they only know the top journals in their own field, but how about those cross-disciplinary opportunities? They're always missing that part. And also like the review process after you submit and the peer review always come back. You need to change this, change that. It's come back and forth process takes long and long. So I'm trying to take this opportunity to run mini poll here. So I put up two questions. You may see it. The first one is that do you echo back with those challenges? Like what is or the most challenging part for you? I do have a few options. Those are multiple choices. You can choose one or two or all of them. One is that really identifying the research gaps and keeping up with literature. And two, manuscript writing or drafting itself is part. Three, sometimes a stressful peer review process due to their delayed and inconsistent feedbacks. And four or D is the journal selections. Do you match the scope of that journal? And E, others, like in your data collection, experiment, analysis, etc., right? The second poll question is about, Have you ever used some authoring services to support you in your publishing process? Sometimes you use it once or twice for language polishing, and maybe have you used their services to help you review your manuscript before you submit it to the journals? Have you used their services to get to know where to publish? So you have a two A or B, or if there's other thing, you can just type in here. Um, we will close this poll at the end of um, the presentation, but I've seen that start seeing that some answers coming up. So far, um, among 48% of the participants, and for the first question, mostly you choose A and B, right? The second part, yes, some of you know about authoring services, some of you never, choose of authoring services. That is great. And we still have time. And when I'm still going through the slides, and we will review at the end of this presentation, as I said. So things have changed after 2023, especially when the Gen AI era came, right? In 2023, many of the researchers we spoke with, they began experimenting with Gen AI tools, ChatGPT, you're familiar with, Gemini, Copilot, Midjourney, Perplexity, etc., etc. That's how that transition typically look like. They're excited. They're using, ChatGPT to brainstorming concepts, research topics with you, and you use them to drafting emails and outline your grants. Create presentation bullet points. You upload your PDFs and ask ChatGPT to summarize those key insights for you, and you use ChatGPT to generate, or some of those code tools to generate codes for you, right? And even use some of those AI image generation tools to create those appealing images, graphs, tables for your posters, for your slides. So that's really really exciting. But soon, quickly, and you all know that we will hit the wall. These tools are smart, but for sure they're not built for academia. Why I'm saying this? Come back to the reality. We all know that limitations of Gen AI, large language model itself, hallucination and domain precision. So sometimes give you answers. No, that's very vague. Or even fabricated information can be showing here. You ask questions, even ask perplexity. I need a reference on such and such topic. It generates references for you, but sometimes when you click the reference, it doesn't exist, right? It has knowledge cutoff. Knowledge cutoff means missing the latest critical peer review publications. It does not keep the latest trend in your research field. And also inconsistent quality academic tone because they are not built for academia. That's why lacking of those scholarly rigors and insights. There's no structured feedback. I know some of you starting uploading the manuscript to ChatGPT to review, give you feedback. But does it give you feedback according to the journal standards? Like, are you concerned about the privacy issues? So, um, researchers really need more decent text generation, more than just decent text generation, right? Language polishing or editing tools. I think researchers really need more domain aware, source backed, and workflow specific tools. So, a tool that can really transform the whole academic workflow. That's when SCiNiTO came into place. In short, SCiNiTO is an AI-powered research platform that can transform how researchers and academic institutions discover, analyze, and publish scholarly work. How do we make it happen? In Essential, SCiNiTO have built in 6 features to support every step of the researcher's workflow. The leading ones are AI chats. You can see it as AI assistants for you, for literature review, for brainstorming ideas, for identifying gaps in your research, for explain complex topics, for designing your proposals. I will show some of those real life examples with you in a bit. And the second part is OpenAlex search. I have to mention this is OpenAlex is a one of the largest open database. So you can see it comparable with Scopus and Web of Science. It is a successor of Microsoft Academic Graph. It contains about 260 million scholarly works. Among them, 60 million are open access now. In fact, all those publishers, we did some calculations, about 30 to 70% of the publisher content are now open access. So OpenAlex search, we still keep the traditional search that so researchers can, ask inquiries and get the relevant results for them if you want to go for the traditional search basis. But meanwhile, you have an AI chat to use your natural language way to get to the relevant resources that you need. Third one is a general recommender. As I mentioned before, researchers sometimes ignore the opportunities, especially in those cross-disciplinary areas. So these can increase their chance of being published at different journals. How it works, I will show it in the bit as well. And the reviewer, you can see it as a AI peer reviewer, provide instant feedback at every sections and part of your manuscript. In that way that you can reduce the time on peer review revision and also increase the chance of being accepted by the selected journals. Project and notes are the project collaboration tools. We put it here to facilitate the collaboration and manuscript drafting process. And recently, we have deployed the nightly version of a PDF analyzer, similar to ChatGPT, and you can upload your PDFs. These ones you can upload single or multiple PDFs, be it articles or some of the documents you're working on, and act like you ask it as a co-pilot, the insights of all the PDFs you have loaded together. And also we deploy it in the shared workplace, and you can share these informations with your coworkers too. This is a graph and see how each features steps in the working process and workflow. From the beginning, research project initiation, you want to define the scope and find areas to work with. And also, when you start your literature review, you can use both database search and AI chat features to search your literatures. And also, like you use your project features, notes, and the collaboration features to work on the manuscript together with your co-workers. And then you can after you're finished, then you can use the reviewer features to review your articles to enhance the quality of your manuscript. After that, you can see where you can, publish your manuscript. Journal recommendation, like recommender, works simply by entering your title and abstract. It will give you a list of the journals where you can go. Also, in each journals, it will recommend you the related articles or means articles that are similar to what you are working on right now. You can see that what other people are working right now to see if you have a higher chance to be accepted in specific journals. After you successfully, publish articles, you can discover your publications in the OpenAlex database again. This is what the database is about. As I mentioned before, behind the database, it is OpenAlex. 260 million scholarly works. Scholarly works, it can be conference proceeding, preprints, peer review articles, book chapters, posters, right? So there are different types of scholarly works. 56 million are open access, which means in this database, and some of these articles are available without um, getting out the system. And also, we do have this integration capability with your own library's holdings. It can completely replace the web scale discovery platform. You do not need to get out of this search interface at all, right? Sometimes you have to go to this database, that platform. So this will make everything in one place. Every search result will be returned as a article card with details. I will show you just in a bit. So let's get out of, I need to get out the slides again and bring out the app itself. Give me 1 second. This is the interface of the platform itself. Simply type app.scinito.ai. You will see all these 6 features are available here. Let's go to the traditional database search part. You should be familiar with this kind of UI UX. So search, this is Boolean search available now. I recently did some queries here. These, as I said, these are real or live research questions. I want to search something about the gene editing, and I can filter it out to get the most accurate result I want. Maybe just according to published date, and I want to be open access. And I want to, select specific field of study, maybe molecular mechanics, or oh, maybe in this way, in the biomedical. Maybe I want to select biomedicine, right? Country of regions, it's up to you. Maybe you know that specific which country is advanced in this field, or you want to choose, as I said, venue means which journals you want to go. Publishers means which publisher, if you know the publisher name, and author means you have the author's name. Article type, as I mentioned, you can filter it out by book chapters, dissertations, letters, preprints, peer review articles in this way. So in that case, you can get the most accurate result here. But it looks like from I choose the wrong field. So if some of you are the research in this field, let me know which category field of study you should go to. But let me just remove that filter. And all right. These are the results from this 5 years open access type articles about CRISPR gene editing efficiency, right? So if I'm trying to open any of them, let's say this one, nanomedicine, okay. This one, remember, it's open access. So a PDF link is going to be showing here, or you can click here, go to the primary source of the article. Below it, you will see the citations and the references and the related works and subjects. Um, Also, there are more items for you to choose. You can download the citation, add the notes, search the article itself in Google, download the citation. You can choose which format you want to download. You can bookmark this article or put a note for it. When you bookmark it, you will go to the project that you have created in this platform. Let's see if I want to just go to the primary source of this article itself. It will lead me to the article page. Let me go back. We have a new tab here called Explore This with AI. This is the feature that will make the reading process much easier. So it will give a deeper insights. The prompt behind it or default prompt for this will be, can you give me a deeper insight into the paper? So it will give you the key findings. Let's see, give it time to generate the key findings to, of these articles. And also you can ask follow-up questions according to these articles. More of the AI chat features will be showing in the later demo part, but I'm just want to trying to give it time, sometimes related to my internet process, internet speed. Thanks for bearing with me. I'll just go back in a second while let this AI keep on generating the specific ones. Okay. So I want to show you, since we're here, I want to show you the AI chat function. Okay. AI chat, what does this do? As I said, it can be acting as your virtual assistant to help you with literature review, understand those complex concepts, summarize the key findings, clarify the methodology, do some comparisons. Um, Meanwhile, it can really protect your privacy in this regard, because normally when people you know, interact with large language models, especially sensitive questions or unpublished results, it may trigger some of those, red flags in your organization or in your library. But for SCiNiTO, we make sure that we are connecting with enterprise level API of large language models, so it's secure. You don't need to worry that your research questions or your research result will be shared or disclosed on the public internet. That's one thing I want you to put in mind. And also, some of those censored content have already been guardrailed from AI chat response. This is also important. There are different categories that we're using AI. Some of the prompt tips I have shared here. Um, 6 main category using AI. As I said at the beginning, keep on mentioning literature review assistance, and they can help you with methodology clarification, help you explore the complex topics. Sometimes you do not need to know, you need to know the nuance between different, technical terms and help you develop your proposal and also give you guidance on your research topics and do some definition clarifications. I have a, cheat sheet here to see if I can uh, break down. Yeah, there you go. So these are the real questions. According to different categories of prompts, how you use AI. For example, literature review assistance. I give this prompt, copy paste here. Please list key findings in peer-reviewed studies on machine learning and cancer diagnosis from 2018 to 2023. Okay, the AI is quickly generating the studies I'm looking for in a second. Most important, everything has a citation reference behind it, a source. This is a source from the OpenAlex database itself. And so this one just finished generation. And you can go through and click on each of the source to check the articles. For example, if this one you want to take a look, it takes you back to the database itself again. Um, if it's open access, again, you can read this article directly. If not, if your organization have subscription to this journal, through link resolver, you will automatically have access to. As I said, um, our AI has context awareness, so it means it has memories. You can ask follow-up questions based on this. What I want to show you is if I want to, can create a table to the comparison. So my follow-up question will be, can you compare these key insights of the resources in a table manner? There you go. It is quickly creating a comparison table for you. So use your imagination and you use your real research questions in your field and to explore AI chats in this way. As I mentioned that the different categories of using this AI chats, well, let's do it one by one. The second category, methodology, clarification. Maybe I have this prompt here. Go back to the AI chat. I don't want to follow up that part of context. Can you explain how to design a randomized control trial for studying mobile app usage and health behavior change? It's coming up. There you go. It answer your questions and tell you how to design this study and the outcome measures and data collection timelines and some special considerations and examples in the past. Again, with a reference. Like every sentence created here or generated here must be coming with reliable scientific reference. Some of the AI tools, even large language model themselves, sometimes they give you references, but you don't know which sentence, which references generate for what sentences. Or some of them just generate let's say, general information, and the resources are putting behind. You don't know what is for what, or they only give very limited references. But our AI, they explore, go and search the whole database and provide the database itself. Our next step maybe is trying to optimize these references. For example, we can give some, buttons or prompts do you only want to see reference from top ranking journals? The journal ranking system, what we adopt here is a SciMargo journal, which is powered by Scopus. We give our users this option later on. Here, you see a button called share. What you can do is that you can share this chat, generate a link and share it with your co-author as well, or share with on the note of your own note, right? So what we do is that make it more useful is that we still like want to share it in the project's environment. So now I'm just moving out the project part again. Project wise, create a project. I have created three projects. One of the projects I recently created is machine learning and the cancer diagnosis. Although I know that that chat has nothing with to do with this. So what you do is that you can edit this project, invite the members from your organization. Um, you can bookmark and share specific chat histories with that in that project with your authors, with your co-authors, which takes me to another way of prompting with AI. I want to share this example. This example that you can, explore the complex topics with AI. How can advanced deep learning models enhance early accurate detections of breast cancer? This is about deep learning and oncology or cancer detections or prevention of recurrence. So for this one, you see that I want to share this conversation or this chat history with my coworkers in that project. So you can copy and paste to this project. You can paste the URL of the article itself. If I want to select some of the reference articles, we can see parties added in a second. All right. So now I have different notes or shared or chat history shared in this project with my colleagues. Another category of using AI proposal development. This is another good example. Can you help me draft research objectives for proposal on, let's say, digital mental health intervention for teenagers? Can try another prompt to, clarify the definition of some different concepts. This one is easy. So, what's the difference between machine learning and deep learning computer science? You probably can ask the same question to ChatGPT or Google Gemini. So we'll generate some references for you as well. Last one, for example, AI chat help you provide guidance for your research topics. This is very long. What novel machine learning strategies can accelerate the discovery and validation of pathway-based biomarkers from multi-omics data to improve breast cancer diagnosis, prognosis, and the identification of new therapeutic targets? Mhm. You can see the full list of the references generated here. Again, if there's a PDF sign here, it means it is um, full text available for access, and you can easily go, access to that article you want to read. Right. To recap this part, I just want you to know what you can do with AI. Sometimes it's generative AI. Again, it's a generative AI. People are trained in the past to, in the computer age, people are trained to click buttons, but they are not used to generate, type, or ask questions in the natural language way. So these are the tips here, and we want you to learn and to use your imagination and explore the system itself with your real life questions. All right. Um, Next, what I want to show is the manuscript feedback and publication. Manuscript on its manuscript feedback is we consider about 100 different standard from selective journals or top literary journals. So a lot of rubrics behind it to help you, enhance the quality of your manuscript of the and also the let's see the draft. So by simply upload the PDF itself, and it will give you feedbacks. This is one of the example I've done before. Give you feedbacks on abstracts, introduction, method, result, discussion, and the literature cited. So let me go through the process again with one of the examples. Choose file. I have a pre-downloaded one of these articles. It's not too big. Normally, this one has 20 megabyte limitations. Most of the manuscript or draft won't exceed that size, but if the picture is very big, graph is big, and you can always compress it or in a way that to make it smaller, so the upload process will be faster because this one is very small, so the upload is very fast. You can click start reviewing soon. It's starting processing abstract part. Depends on the internet speed. Normally, this process will take about a few minutes, from 3 minutes to 5, 10, or even 10 minutes if it's very big. Um, but I have done, as I said, I have done some of those, I preloaded some of the articles to, in case we have a technical hiccup or internet connection issues. When you open each of these report, you will see the result like this. So in a way that the reviewer agent will provide a full report for each section. Because if your researcher know that you need to work on the abstract, introduction, method, result, discussion, and the literature cited part, it will give you all the details, give you evaluations, what's your strengths, what's your weakness about, what's your conclusions. Sometimes researchers can upload some other people's articles, which already been published, to identify that what you can work on, what kind of you can find that gap and can use it in your articles. So that's another advantage or way of using this. But in a general way, this even can be used by supervisors. If you have a lot of students, you have to give guidance a lot of students or PhD student or master student on their thesis or before they submit it to the journals. You can use this tool to test it if it has already meeting the standard. Soon, another feature we're going to release and add to this reviewer agent is that we're going to put a scoring system on the manuscript. You will see you get a 50 out of 100, 60, 90, 100, 100. So those criteria rubrics are not made up by ourselves. That is being referenced from the top journals again. What is considered to be accepted? What kind of a journal to be accepted by the journal? So that's the next release. Once it's released, we'll share it with everyone. All right. Method. Let's say the first introduction method. And result part. What do you think of this article? Discussion part. We are encouraging you to upload any of those manuscript or articles and to give us some feedbacks. So if you feel it's great, let us know. If not, and also let us know. Yeah, my internet is a bit slow tonight. The process hasn't been finished yet, but 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 section has been finished generating. Once all the 6 part is done, we'll come back and review again, okay? All right. Let's move to the journal recommender part. How it works, simply enter the title and the abstract. Title, I have, get one of these articles downloaded in my computer. I will pretend this is my journal. This is my article, and I want to find some of those journals to publish with, right? So abstract, yeah, let's see what's abstract. Abstract is a little bit not too long, okay. Copy paste. We have some filters here. Filters are mainly journal quantiles. These Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 are based on SCiNiTO journal ranking. If you want to choose open access only or only want Q1 journals, and let's see. Yeah. it will give me a list of recommended journals I can go with. And I said, most importantly, give you the related articles that are similar to what you're doing or you're close to your research field. And also you can see the journal rankings, and also the SDR is the journal indicator measure of scientific influence of these journals, and edge index information. By showing more, there are more information to be displayed here. Topics, if I want to see if these journals are talking about the same thing or cover some of my research, or I can take some ideas from this related article that has been published in this one. I can just click on this. Fortunately, this one is the open access again. All right, it will take me to the journal page itself, article page itself. Right. It is only abstract. Oh, this is not the full article. Okay. Try another one. Okay, this one's not open access. Let's see these. Not open access. But again, as I said, if your organization have access subscription to these journals, and definitely you can access it directly from here. What else I'm showing here? Yeah, we have done the reviewer, we have done the manuscript reviewer and journals. And the last one I want to show you is a PDF analyzer. I cannot show you because it's a nightly version. And our tech team is working on that. It will be released in the next version of SCiNiTO in next month. What it does that really solve the challenges of the time-consuming manual reading problems. It can provide the section-wise summaries for each uploaded file. Like can give me a summary on the abstract, method, results. You can highlight these key insights under research goals, approach, outcome, opportunities for the future research. And it has a contextual awareness. So it means you can interact with multiple PDFs that you have uploaded here. So you can ask more focused questions, and share all these PDF or chat with your colleagues in a way. These are the current features of SCiNiTO, but having said that, we're continually working and improving the product itself. Even last month, SCiNiTO is different from what we see today, right? And if you have any feedbacks, we can also include that to the next sprint development. And our product roadmap is involved with the market and the users' needs. So this is, anyway, SCiNiTO is really like acting like AI assistant, AI co-pilot at their fingertips. The difference between SCiNiTO and other similar AI tools is that it really covers the whole research workflow from literature review to project collaboration to journal recommendation selections and also manuscript reviewer. This is different from other products, as I said. It's more than a chatbot. It really help you to figure out where to go and what is missing, and to ensure the compliance with the standards, beyond the general AI stuff. And we do have some customization features, but normally we open it to enterprise clients. But if any of the library or institution have customization requests, definitely we can accommodate that. The biggest advantage is that you do not need another web scale discovery platform anymore. These are the real testimonials from the researchers just like you, PhD students, senior researchers, junior researchers at different stage of their career life. They all give a big yes to SCiNiTO. Um, anyway, I think that takes us to the end of this presentation. Next, I will first of all open share the result of the pool to see if any more is coming. Give me 1 second. Here is our pool. I don't know if everyone can see the result of the pool yet. Still, that's why we bring SCiNiTO in. Like mostly, the AI chat and the search itself can help with the research gap identification and the literature review, manuscripts writing, and peer review process. We can do the review by providing the feedback on the manuscript. Journal selection, yes, people, yeah, still 25% of our researchers still have problem with the journal selections. Yeah, authoring services. I know some of the companies offering the authoring services, even journal recommendation, they can charge hundreds of dollars. Language polishing. Language polishing gradually, because of ChatGPT and Grammarly, such tools, and you do not need to too much rely on these anymore. But still, manuscript review are the bread and butter of those authoring service companies. All right, the poll is in now. We can start and seeing some questions coming up. We don't have questions. Anyone have any questions? If you don't want to type, and you can let me know in the webinar chat, I can enable your mic. Thank you, Asif. Hello, Tapiva. I know that you're trying to. Okay. I think someone's raising your hand. It's Eunice. Hello, Eunice. I think you can unmute yourself and go ahead and ask questions. And also, Tapiva, I will unmute your mic as well.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, thank you very much for this insightful presentation. My question is on, as an organization, how do we have any free features that we can use, or perhaps what is the advantage of us subscribing to SCiNiTO?
May I ask, are you a librarian or you're an individual researcher?
I'm a librarian.
Okay. SCiNiTO currently is free for individual users, but it will only open like a certain features. For example, they have unlimited search features, of course, because behind its OpenAlex database, SCiNiTO is really promoting the open access. And they have up to 5 chats, allowed. But mainly, we're promoting the enterprise or institutional license. For your benefit, main benefit depends on your situation. As I said, that the biggest selling point are the AI tools themselves. It is the AI solution for covering the whole research workflow. And also, if you spend a lot of money with your subscriptions, you can go back and take a look how much are really open access, right? If there are a lot of open access or what you're paying are open access, you really do not need pay for those subscriptions. So one thing, these things are combined together. The AI solution themselves, the massive database behind it are the really, really good selling point and motivation for institutions. Currently, we're working with iGroup in Asia Pacific, Virtus in Kuwait, and iDev in Saudi Arabia for setting up free trials for institutional clients. Tapiva, if you do not mind which country you're from, which university you're coming from, so I can connect you with our agents or ourselves directly.
I'm from Zimbabwe, National University of Science and Technology in Zimbabwe.
Okay. Okay. So you can connect with our Dubai office directly or us directly. I can send you my contacts, or our regional sales director's contacts to set up the trial for you.
I think it definitely would need something like that. Maybe perhaps have these presentations to our researchers, such that we see whether is it good for them, is it ideal for them. Maybe it would help us in making decisions whether to subscribe to it or probably have something at hand to assist our researchers.
Yeah, what we do is that we normally give up to 2 months free trial. And in the process, we give all the features and we will monitor the user analytics for you. The librarian will have an analytics dashboard to see which users are active, what kind of feature the users are using the most, how many sessions they spent, how many hours they spend on the system itself. So at the end of the session or the trial, you will have a very good idea of users' engagement with SciNiTo itself.
That would be wonderful. Maybe my last question now is, since we do have our own databases that we subscribe to, you mentioned something about the library link, so we can be able to link our databases with SciNiTO such that even when our users are doing this, their literature searches, they are they also integrate our library subscribed databases.
Yes, if we can just make it happen by link resolver. So typically we need the ISN, ISBN of URL of that subscription, your database. And but also there are other ways to make it easier. For example, I know some of those Korean universities they use SFX, and we can make it happen faster and integrate with your own database. Even if you have your own repositories, like a university's repositories, through some customization, we can connect to SciNiTO with your universities with your repositories as well.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Do we have other questions? You can raise your hand. I can unmute your mic. Okay, Eunice, you don't have questions. Good. Wait. All right. If you don't have other questions, and I please feel free to register at app.scinito.ai. Um, for all the participants in this webinar, we will provide a full free trial for individual users and also university library clients. As I said, please contact us at support@scinito.ai if you are from the regions that where we have agents. So please contact iGroup, Virtus, and iDev in your region. Meanwhile, like you can follow us on SCiNiTO YouTube and also our LinkedIn, SCiNiTO.ai. We'll have lots of tutorials, materials, and education pieces for you to take a look. And anyway, I wish you a great day ahead. And that takes to the end of this webinar.